Today, I'm going to break down something super important when it comes to your money. The idea that what you get out is based on what you put in. It's called the universal law of sowing and reaping, and it's not just some fancy phrase. It's a practical concept that affects every area of your financial life. So, if you've ever felt like you're working hard but not seeing the results, or maybe you're wondering why things aren't moving as fast as you'd like, this video is definitely for you. Let's break down exactly what sowing and reaping means for your money and how you can start using this law to improve your financial situation right now. We're going to walk through 7 powerful principles that'll change the way you think about money forever. You don't want to miss this. All right, let's dive into principle number 1, the law of the harvest. You know the old saying, you reap what you sow? Well, guys, that isn't just some folksy wisdom. That's the gosh darn truth when it comes to your money. You see, too many people think money grows on trees. They think they can just sit back, wish for a windfall, and magically become millionaires. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's about impossible. If you want to harvest financial abundance, you gotta plant the right seeds. That means hard work, smart decisions, and a whole lot of discipline. It's like planting a garden. You wouldn't throw a bunch of seeds on the ground and expect a gourmet meal, would you? No, sir. You'd till the soil, plant those seeds with care, water them, give them sunlight, and tend to them with love. That's the same kind of care you gotta give your money. Don't fall for those get-rich-quick gimmicks, folks. They're like those weeds that choke the life out of your garden. Instead, focus on planting seeds that you know will grow, saving diligently, investing wisely, and getting yourself out of debt. You see, wealth isn't built overnight. It's built brick by brick, dollar by dollar, smart decision by smart decision. Think of your time and effort like seeds. If you're not willing to put in the hours, learn new skills, or push through tough times, you can't expect to see financial success. It's like expecting a garden to grow without ever planting anything. Whether it's starting a side hustle, investing, or even just learning about money management, these are all seeds you're planting. You have to be intentional with what you're planting. Are you putting your money and time into things that will grow? Or are you wasting resources on things that won't pay off? Whether it's bad financial habits, impulse purchases, or just lack of focus. These are things that can hold back your harvest. So start planting those good seeds today, and I promise you'll be amazed at the harvest you'll reap in the years to come. All right, let's move on to principle number 2, the power of consistency. Listen, you don't get ripped abs by doing one sit-up. You don't run a marathon by jogging around the block once. And you sure as heck don't build a strong financial future by making one smart decision and then going back to your old ways. It's about showing up day after day, week after week, and year after year. It's about making saving a habit, investing a priority, and treating your money with the respect it deserves. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't lay one brick one day, then take a month off, right? No, you'd lay a few bricks every day, rain or shine. And slowly but surely, that house would start to take shape. That's the power of consistency, guys. It's the small, everyday choices that add up to big, life-changing results. Now, I know it can be tempting to try and find shortcuts. We live in a world of instant gratification where everyone wants everything yesterday. But let me tell you something, true financial freedom, the kind that lasts, doesn't come from shortcuts. It comes from the steady, consistent effort of building a solid foundation for your future. So ditch those get-rich-quick schemes and embrace the power of consistency. Start small if you have to. Maybe it's putting aside $5 a day or investing in a low-cost index fund. Whatever it is, make a commitment to yourself to be consistent. Because over time, those small, consistent actions will compound into something truly remarkable. Now let's talk about principle number 3, the role of patience. And let me tell you, this one is tough, even for a seasoned pro. We live in a world of instant gratification, where everything moves at the speed of light. But when it comes to building wealth, patience isn't just a virtue, it's a necessity. See, growing your money is like watching a tree grow. You plant that seed, you water it, you give it sunlight, but you can't just stand there and yell at it to grow faster. It takes time, it takes seasons, it takes weathering a few storms along the way. And just like that tree, your investments need time to grow. You can't expect to get rich overnight. Anyone who tells you otherwise is selling you a bridge, and I guarantee it's not in Brooklyn. One thing we've got to remember is that the harvest doesn't come overnight. You plant today, and you might not see results for months or even years. But that's the thing about sowing. You have to be patient. Some of the most successful people didn't see success immediately, but they were consistent, and eventually they reaped the rewards of their hard work. Let's explore the fourth principle. Building relationships. Building strong relationships is crucial for financial success. It involves networking, trust building, and mutual support. By fostering meaningful connections, you can create opportunities for growth and collaboration. Remember, your network is your net worth. Imagine you're at a networking event. You strike up a conversation with someone, and before you know it, you've discovered a potential business partner, a mentor, or even a new friend. These connections can lead to new opportunities, ideas, and support systems that you wouldn't have found otherwise. Building relationships isn't just about what others can do for you. It's also about what you can offer to them. By being genuine, helpful, and trustworthy, you create a solid foundation for long-lasting relationships. Over time, these connections can become valuable assets in your financial journey. So, take the time to invest in your relationships, nurture them, and watch how they can positively impact your financial future. Now let's move on to our next principle, recognizing weeds in your garden. Imagine you've planted a beautiful garden filled with vibrant flowers and lush greenery. You diligently water and care for it, but over time, you notice weeds starting to sprout. If left unchecked, these weeds can overtake your garden, stifling the growth of your precious plants. In the same way, your financial journey can be threatened by weeds, negative influences, and obstacles that can impede your progress. These weeds can come in many forms: poor spending habits, toxic relationships, self-doubt, or even financial scams. Recognizing these threats early on is crucial to maintaining a healthy financial life. Start by examining your financial habits. Are there areas where you consistently overspend? Are you falling prey to get-rich-quick schemes? By identifying these behaviors, you can take steps to correct them before they cause significant damage. Next, evaluate the people in your life. Are there individuals who undermine your financial goals or encourage reckless behavior? Surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals can make a world of difference in your financial success. Also, address any internal barriers. Self-doubt and fear can be just as detrimental as any external obstacle. Cultivate a mindset of confidence and resilience, and don't be afraid to seek professional advice when needed. By proactively identifying and removing these weeds, you can create an environment where your financial efforts can truly flourish. Remember, a thriving garden requires constant attention and care. The same goes for your financial well-being. Moving on to Principle 6, let's look at financial literacy as a seed. Understanding the basics of financial literacy is crucial for sowing the seeds of a prosperous future. Imagine your financial knowledge as a seed. Just as a seed needs the right conditions to grow into a healthy plant, your financial future requires a strong foundation in financial literacy. This means educating yourself on essential topics like budgeting, saving, and investing. Continuous financial education is like regular maintenance for your garden. Stay updated on financial trends, learn from experts, and always be open to expanding your knowledge. This ongoing learning process will help you adapt to changing circumstances and make informed decisions that benefit your financial health. By planting the seed of financial literacy and nurturing it with budgeting, smart investing, and continuous education, you can cultivate a thriving financial garden. Remember, the journey to financial success starts with a single seed of knowledge. Now, this next principle might surprise you. Principle number 7 is the impact of generosity. That's right, folks. I'm talking about giving your money away. You might be thinking, I thought we were trying to make money, not give it away. But hear me out, because this is where things get really interesting. You see, the law of sowing and reaping doesn't just apply to planting seeds in the ground or investing in the stock market. It also applies to how we use our money to bless others. Now, I'm not saying you should go out and empty your bank account tomorrow, but I am a firm believer that when we are generous with what we have, when we use our resources to make a difference in the world, it comes back to us tenfold. Now, I'm not saying you'll win the lottery just because you donated to charity, but I am saying that generosity has a way of opening up doors. Before I go, you have to understand this. The law of sowing and reaping works both positively and negatively. If you consistently sow smart financial decisions, you're going to reap rewards. But if you're consistently making bad money decisions, spending recklessly, or not managing your finances properly, you're going to reap financial problems. The good news is, you don't have to start big. Even small seeds can grow into something huge over time. Maybe you start by saving a little more, learning a new skill, or investing in something small. But the key is to start. You can't get anything if you don't put anything in. That's it, guys. The universal law of sowing and reaping is one of the most reliable principles out there. If you want to see growth in your finances, you've got to be intentional about what you're planting, and you have to give it time to grow. There are no shortcuts. You sow wisely, you reap wisely. Simple as that. Alright, drop a comment below if you've got any questions or thoughts on this. I'd love to hear what you're doing to sow for your future. Leave a comment below and let me know. And hey, if you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Let's spread this message of financial hope and empowerment far and wide.